The opening ceremony was attended by the Canadian Ambassador to Mongolia, Ambassador of France to Mongolia, General Secretary of the Association of Mongolian Professors of the French Language, Director of the French School of Mongolia, and the Director of the Alliance Française of Ulaanbaatar.
Why do we organize it in the month of March? Is because on the 20th of March is the International Day of the Francophonie. The Francophonie gathers 88 countries all around the world, and more than 321 million of people are using French as a language in all around the world. Here in Mongolia, there are several entities, Alliance Française, but also a lot of entities where you can learn French, the French school, the different universities, and the goal of this event is to gather all the partners, the companies, the media, the NGOs that are linked with French language. Today and tomorrow we will screen like 4 different movies thanks to the support of the French embassy, the Canadian embassy, and the Quebec office in Beijing that provide us some movies to explore the diversity of the French-speaking world, like the Francophonie. So tonight, with the opening at 8:30, it's gonna be a film documentary that received like 1 César. It's called like La Panthère des Neiges, the Velvet Queen. So it's a documentary about like near in Tibet, where they're looking for the snow leopard. And it's really interesting movie with a nice picture, and I recommend it.
The particularity of this event is that it unites all French-speaking and French cultural representatives in Mongolia, embassies, training and research institutions, and French business, trade and tourism organizations. A variety of cultural activities will be organized as part of the French-speaking festival with the aim of promoting French language and culture in Ulaanbaatar. The activities include a film festival that was held on March 10th and 11th.
What makes the French language lively, I think, is precisely that it is very diverse. For example, cinema in Burkina Faso is as inventive as cinema in France. We have very good French literature writers coming from the Caribbean, from Africa, from Northern Africa, from the Middle East as well. Even on French national radio, people having a comic show usually come from Belgium or Switzerland, not just from France. So that is the idea of a language which is shared and does not belong to a government in particular. And I think these days it's something important because we see governments considering that they own a language and they own anyone speaking that language. It is exactly the opposite view we have in France and I hope in the whole of the Francophone world.
The Embassy of Canada is very proud to be supporting the Francophonie Festival in Mongolia this year, as we have been doing for many, many years now, working together with the Alliance Française and other partners here in Mongolia. Canada is a very proud member of the Francophonie. We have 2 official languages in our country, French and English, and the French language is an essential component of Canada's unique history and character and culture. There are over 10 million French speakers in Canada, and we support the Francophonie event here in Mongolia in many ways. We will be showing a film in the film festival, and we have contributed some of the prizes for some of the events coming up. And we participate in other activities with the Alliance Française throughout the year. I'm very glad to see enthusiastic support for the Francophonie in Mongolia. There are many French speakers in Mongolia as well, which make it a very important part of the Francophone community in the world.
Between March 11th and 25th, French language competitions will be organized among students of secondary schools and universities. The competitions are open to the public in 3 categories: children, teenagers, and adults. March 18th will be the day of French cuisine, where the ambassadors will introduce their country's signature dishes. Visitors can learn how to prepare under the guidance of the French cuisine chef of the Voila restaurant. On March 22nd, the French Village event will be held at Surpata Square, and more than 40 organizations, including diplomatic organizations, educational and cultural centers, business, trade, and tourism companies that cooperate with French companies, will present their activities, and visitors can learn more about studying in France. There will be various interesting activities such as information on France and art performances.